everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. I have a quick tips, tricks, and hacks video for you. So a lot of the time when you do a watercolor painting, your paper is going to warp a bit just because of the nature of water on paper, even if it is watercolor paper, especially if it's a lighter weight like a 90 or 140 pound watercolor paper, you're going to get some warping. So normally I would recommend using a clothing iron, and you could just put like a towel over your painting and use a clothing iron to try and iron it as flat as possible in a low heat setting. I don't actually have a clothing iron or an ironing board, so I had to get a little creative. So I wanted to share this with you in case you find yourself in the same boat. So in this one, I am using a heating pad and books to use the heat to help press it flat. So let me show you a little bit of how that works, and I hope if you give it a try, it works for you as well. So I'm starting with a painting that I think it was in one of my last videos or a couple videos ago that is pretty warped, and you can see how bent it is. It's just not laying flat at all. Really bendy, let's say. So you want to try and flatten it a bit. Now you're probably never going to get it completely back to flat, completely flat, but you can, there's some steps you can take to definitely help mitigate the warped factor. So I have a tea towel there, which you can tell I've actually used for painting before, and I'm just gonna fold it over. So it's a thin towel, not like a terry cloth towel. So maybe a sort of soft tea towel or a tablecloth, something like that. You're gonna fold it, have the front and back of your watercolor painting inside there, and then I have this Utaxo. I'm not sure if that's the correct way to pronounce it, and I'm sorry, that's upside down, but it's a heating pad, and I'm putting it on a medium heat 5. And again, sorry, that was upside down, but it's on 5, and then laying it completely flat over the towel with the watercolor painting in it, getting it as pressed as flat as you can, and then you're gonna grab a pretty hefty book. So hopefully you have a coffee table book, or maybe check out some heavy books from the library or something, and place that over the top, and then you're just gonna let it sit. Now for the first part, I let it sit for about an hour and a half, and then here I'm checking it to see how it's doing. And it was doing quite a bit better than it was, but still maybe could do a little better. You see it's definitely in some better shape there, but I decided to go ahead and put it back in and actually bump up the heat a little bit to a higher heat setting. So I put on the highest heat setting, and then I again laid it completely flat, put the book on top, and this time instead of just using that one book, and this is not an endorsement for that book or anything, it's just one that I happen to have on hand, and I love Monet. So that one, and then I put a couple other heavy books, art books on there. Clearly I like Monet since I have a couple of them, but I let that sit for another, I would say, couple hours or so. And then this is me checking yet again to see the progress and how flat it is. And I think you'll see there's quite a bit of difference with how it turned out versus how it was at the beginning. It's going to be in a lot better shape. And if you want to get it really flat, you could do this over a period of several days, try and get as flat as you can, but definitely see a little bit of curvature, but it would much more easily be able to pop it into a picture frame now or put a mat on it. So it's doing much better than it was starting out. So that's how it works. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that and found it useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until my next video, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. God bless, and I'll see you soon.